We are now recording.
Awesome. Hi, Peter.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and Midsummer Night's Dream virtual performance thing is coming together really well.
That's good. That's good. So you're just doing little things in order to get through the lockdown.
Yeah. I think I'm better suited to lockdown than a lot of people are.
Well, that's a better position to be in than many.
Yeah.
So in the light of doing little things to get through the lockdown, we've both prepared some questions based on different things in Harry Potter,
Yeah.
so that we can just do that together. Obviously, my questions are easier because you're not a major Harry Potter fan. You just kind of know the films a little bit, whereas you've come up with a few more intermediate questions for myself.
Mine are obscure and weird things from the Harry Potter wiki.
Brilliant. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to do one of yours and then one of mine back and forth? Or do you want to do yours and then mine? How do you want to do that?
I think back and forth sounds more fun.
Okay, all right then, you go first.
Righty then. So first one is about Rubius Hagrid.
Oh, okay.
Why did Hagrid go to Belarus when Voldemort was reborn?
I think that he was trying to enlist the aid of the giants. He was trying to make sure that the giants didn't end up on the side of Voldemort.
Yep. So he was bringing the giants onto the side of...
Dumbledore and Harry.
Close enough. I was going to say the Order of the Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Cool.
All right, I guess it's my turn to ask you a question. Okay, so this is one that I thought, well, I'm not going to say anything. Is Voldemort a pureblood?
No, I'm leaning on thinking he's actually a half-blood, but not the half-blood prince.
Ding, ding, ding! Nice one. See, I thought that would trip people up because obviously he's a muggle hater, so, everyone would expect the heir of Slytherin to be a pureblood, but no, he had a muggle father, Tom Marvolo Riddle. Actually, I think it was Tom Marvolo. I don't know. No, filthy muggle father's name. Yeah, Tom Riddle. I think maybe Marvolo came from his mum's side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next is the last of the proper character ones. So, where did Minerva McGonagall work before teaching at Hogwarts?
I actually do not know that at all. I don't have a clue. Okay. Can I get a hint?
Yes. I think that her senses as a cat and would have really come in useful, as would have being able to transform into things to disguise herself as all sorts of objects.
So being able to disguise herself.
It helps that she was generally a badass, but also that she was quite clever.
Okay, I'm kind of thinking like spy or aura or something along those sorts of lines.
You are on the right lines. So can you remember where which organizations those sorts of people would work for?
Magical law enforcement, perhaps?
Yep. Shall I give it to you?
Yeah. Tell me the answer.
Yeah, because you're so close. It is the Department of Magical Law Enforcement in London.
Of course it's in London. That's where the Ministry of Magic is. It's in London. There's a number of very strange ways of getting in. including flushing herself down a toilet and a phone box. Not flushing herself down a phone box, but going in a phone box elevator.
Seriously, I think a young Minerva, as a department of magical law enforcement officer, would make such a cool spin-off.
That would, yeah.
I think she should start in the first episode with a different pair of glasses, and then they get smashed on her first day of work, and that's when she takes up the glasses she still has in the Harry Potter movies.
So my second question for you is, what is the make of the flying car?
It's a Ford Cortina.
Ford Anglia.
Oh!
So close!
Okay. What instrument was played at the 500th death day party of Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington?
These are really obscure questions you got for me.
Shall I tell you which book it was in?
No. Can you tell me which family of instruments it belongs to? Is it woodwind? Is it string? Is it percussion?
Okay, well, it's close to being string, but it is really more of an improvised instrument, and it sounds quite spooky.
Spooky improvised string instrument.
It's not actually a string instrument, but it's bowed.
What? This has got to be an instrument which isn't commonly played.
It's not. It's not very.
As in, generally not even heard about.
No, it's fairly well. It's fairly well known. I'll give you another hint. It's actually more commonly used as a tool.
As a tool.
Yes,
but it's known also as an instrument.
But it's also known as an instrument.
I give up. What is it?
It was the musical saw. See, you could actually play a wood saw as an instrument, and it has a really weird, spooky, almost theremin-like sound.
Okay, I wouldn't say that that's a commonly known instrument.
Okay.
Wow, this is so much harder than I thought it was going to be. Your questions are evil. Name all 4 of the Marauders' nicknames.
Ooh, this is actually something I saw in the wiki. Padfoot, Prongs, Wormtail, and Moony.
Moony, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs.
Okay, this is a shock one. How did the manager of Flourish and Blot stop his copies of the Monster Book of Monsters from tearing each other apart?
Put them in cages?
He did put them in an iron cage, but he actually put them all in one iron cage. So he had to do something else to them.
To stop them from tearing each other.
Yes, you wouldn't think it would work, but apparently it did.
Was it? Did he soothe them or calm them in some way?
You wouldn't think it would be calming.
You wouldn't think it would be calming, and you wouldn't think that it would work.
No.
It didn't like whack them each time they went for one another.
You're close.
If I'm close, can I get it?
Yeah, absolutely. He had a knobbly walking stick, and he's poking the bars, and he's just poking them on a regular basis.
That's brilliant. I love it. Who dies in the graveyard during the Tri-Wizard tournament?
Cedric Diggory.
And what house was Cedric Diggory in?
Hufflepuff?
Yep.
What is the effect of the incantation Tantalegra?
Tantalegra. I think that it forces you to dance and not be able to stop.
You got it in one.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I know my spells.
I think that's inspired by the tarantella, which was actually a traditional folk dance that was supposed to stop spider bites from working.
Here's an interesting one. Name 2 ways that an underage wizard can quickly travel within the magical world.
An underage wizard?
Yep. Quickly.
Port keys and flu powder?
Yep. Got it in 1. Well,
Yes.
2 because it was 2.
It's something that I don't think was actually shown in the films, but how do wizards go about getting into the Shrieking Shack?
That they don't show in the films? How do wizards go about getting into the Shrieking Shack besides using the secret passage?
I don't remember them showing the secret passage, but it might be in the film anyway. Okay, so how do you get into?
Yeah, it's under the Whomping Willow. There's a knob on the Whomping Willow that you have to use in order to open the secret passage underneath and go under the Whomping Willow to the Shrieking Shack.
Yeah. So I know the knob paralyzes the tree, and I don't know if you have to open the passage separately.
I don't think that you do have to open the passage separately, but you'd have a darn hard time trying to get that close to the tree without disabling it, because that tree is just evil. It hates everyone and everything. Who does David Tennant play in Harry Potter just a year before he is in Doctor Who? Do you remember seeing him? Do you want a quote?
Yes.
Hello, father. With the tongue thing. Hello, father.
Was he a Death Eater?
Yes.
Was he the guy who disguised himself as Mad-Eye Mooney?
He was. Do you know his name?
No.
Barty Crouch Jr.
Huh.
Hence why you went, hello, father, because Barty Crouch was there.
I've forgotten who Barty Crouch was. What is splinching?
Splinching occurs when you attempt to apparate, but you don't do it successfully. Maybe the idea of where you're going shifts in your mind, or you're apparating with someone and you're both thinking about a different place. And it basically means part of your body gets ripped away from you during the apparation process. Hence why you come through missing things. Someone can end up splinched through a wall and have only half of them come through. It can be absolutely horrific. Truly just horrible.
I guess that's why we didn't see it in the films.
You did, because during Deathly Hallows, I forget which part, it was part 1 or part 2, they go to the Ministry, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and they leave very, very quickly, and they're being grabbed hold of as they're leaving. And so they're continually trying to apparate to different places. Hermione's thinking of different places, and because she's only just barely getting to one before she's jumping to the next, not even putting her feet down, because the person who's holding on will keep seeing their hiding places until she manages to get them and shake them off, and basically Ron ends up splinched. So okay, so next question. Why are Sundays Vernon Dursley's favourite day of the week?
Oh, that's easy. He rants about it iconically. No posts on Sundays.
That's the one.
What is the motto of Gringotts Wizarding Bank? In English or in Latin?
Oh dear. I know the Latin for the Hogwarts one. I don't know the Gringotts one.
I'll tell you, it's much shorter.
It's got to be something along the lines of death to anyone who tries to steal treasure.
No, it's much more. It's much more. It's quite plain, actually.
Plain?
Mm-hmm. It's plain and simple and reassuring. Shall I tell you how many words?
Go on.
It's 3 words.
I can't say I have a clue.
Okay. Fortius quo fidelius. Strength through loyalty.
Okay, I never would have guessed that from Gringotts.
Actually, I think it's Fidelius. Fidelius. Oh, there we go. Actually, it's very knightly. I heard, I heard banking pretty much started with knights in the Crusades, so it kind of fits with that. Especially Fidelius. That's usually that's for faith as well.
Okay. What does Hermione tempt Buckbeak with to make him follow her?
Ooh, I think it might be onions.
She tempts Buckbeak with onions.
Well, I don't know. It's a vague feeling. I remember there were a lot of pumpkins around.
There was, but there was also some nice dead ferrets. Come on, Beaky, come and get the nice dead ferret.
Oh yeah, so it's a meat eater.
It is a meat eater.
You know, that's a weird coincidence. Because I have an animal-related question to you.
Okay.
Okay. What are the Abraxan winged horses of Beauxbaton's Academy fed on?
Oh, only the finest malt whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Single malt whiskey.
Yeah. Name a Deathly Hallow and a fact about it.
Okay, so there were 3 of them. And there was a wand. And there was the invisibility cloak. And there was the thing for undeadening people.
Right. So choose one of them and then give me a fact about it.
The invisibility cloak turns you invisible when you put it around yourself.
That does not count. That's like saying the Elder Wand is a wand. Ah! A wand, really? Come on, give me a better fact.
The Elder Wand was okay. The Elder Wand was not loyal to Snape, even when Voldemort thought it was.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, yeah. Will that do?
That will do.
Yay!
Good fact.
Good fact.
So I believe that you have just one question left for me.
This is true. Okay, there we go. Now, which book does Hermione Granger toss in the rubbish without a second thought?
Okay, she's got to think that it's a severe amount of drivel.
Yeah. Shall I note which? I could give you a massive clue, as in which book, which part of the series the book first appeared in.
Okay, yeah, I'll accept a free hint.
Okay, it would have appeared first in Order of the Phoenix.
Right. See, I would first think that maybe it could be written by Rita Skeeter because she writes a lot of rubbish, which is completely untrue. I know that whatever it is, she would throw it out because it was untrue. It would be full of facts full of non-facts, things which twisted things.
Yeah. Or at least entirely useless.
Yeah. But I'm not sure whether Rita Skeeter ever wrote a book or not. I'm not too sure. I think I'm just going to have to go with that, and that it was maybe about Harry or something.
You're pretty well far off the wrong track. I could try and give you another hint if you want another go.
Is it? Give me another fact then. Give me another clue.
Okay. You know his defense against the dark arts teacher. in Order of the Phoenix.
Who was the DADA in Order of the Phoenix?
Who later
it wasn't
became
Umbridge, was it?
Yeah, it was the book that Mrs. Umbridge taught that class from.
Oh, okay.
So if you can get the title, you've got something.
Yeah. It was all about not casting spells, because they were like, well, how are you supposed to learn how to defend yourself if you can't use magic? And that's the whole point of Defense Against the Dark Arts. And she was like, but there is no threat. There isn't anyone to defend yourself against. Yeah, I know exactly which book you're on about. I don't know its title, and I don't know who it's written by, unfortunately. But I do know exactly what book you're on about.
Well, I forgot to note down who the author was, but it's called Defensive Magical Theory.
Anyways, I have one last question for you.
Okay.
Is the choir master, who you see at the beginning of the third movie, at the beginning of Prisoner of Azkaban, is the choir master and Professor Flitwick the same character? Are they the same person?
I'm inclined to think no.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
No, they are not. However, so many fans and people believed that they were the same person, because I think they're played by the same actor. So many people believed that they were the same person that it's kind of become an unofficial fact that they are the same person, even though originally and technically they are not. And that's all of our questions.
Alrighty then. Oh.
How do you feel you did?
I think I did really well. I mean, you definitely gave me easier questions.
Yeah, I think I went too easy on you.
Probably. I never really read the books. I didn't get on well with Rowling's style of prose. But yeah, I liked the films a lot.
See, I also didn't really. I did struggle quite a lot with the books, but I liked all the facts and the things which are in the books, which you obviously miss out on, such as Blast-Ended Streets. That's how it is. I don't feel like I did that well with the questions. I think I got a couple of them that were quite good, but I think that mostly that they were some of the easier questions. I think that you really searched for some tight facts there. That was grueling.
Oh,
that was very grueling.
Yeah.
You put me through the ringer.
I figured even if you didn't get it right, they'd be good conversation starters.
Well, that's all of our questions. Obviously, we've both been doing this using FaceTime, using Zoom, because we can't be together right now because of the isolation. So to you guys out there, stay safe. I know that it's tough. It really is. But we're all going to get through this together, because sooner or later it will end and we'll be out the other side. We just got to bear with it. But it's all about just trying to enjoy the moments that you have and trying to do some nice fun things and trying to think of ways that you can help one another and keep your spirits up during this time. But thank you very much for checking in with this video.